There was one night where my head felt like it was burning. But that night, when I called the 24/7 nurse hotline, my brother-in-law was actually leaving his girlfriend's house, and he even told me, do not go outside. He said the roads were terrible. He had to drive 30 miles an hour all the way home. Do not go outside unless you're dying. And I thought to myself, am I dying? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special day for me because it marks 1 week until the Mayo Clinic. I have no idea how we went from 60 days to 7 days so quickly. I'm so nervous, guys. I cannot express to you how anxious I'm feeling right now. These past few weeks, I have been super stressed out. I've been breaking out all over my face. I've been trying really hard to fill my days with mindless activities to kind of keep my brain busy so I'm not constantly obsessing and worrying about the Mayo Clinic. I understand that the doctors and the neurologists and the psychiatrists at Mayo Clinic are professionals, that they are very serious with their jobs, they're serious about what they're doing, and I also understand that the Mayo Clinic is one of the best hospitals in the world. So that kind of helps me de-stress a little, knowing that they're very serious, that they wouldn't have made an appointment with me if they did not think that my condition was serious and that I need to be seen, that they probably have something to give me or offer me. I understand that, so I'm trying to continually remind myself that it's gonna be okay. I also know that God created this opportunity for me, that He made a way for me to be seen by the Mayo Clinic as soon as possible. And I also know that He will be with me and Justin the entire experience, that God will guide the doctors, help them treat me, and help them give me the right resources and the right medications to send me home with. I'm going to show you what I've been fiddling with to distract myself. I've been reading The Marriage Pact by Michelle Richmond recently, and it's so good. Also, I'm starting my garden. These are little seeds that we are planning on planting in our backyard during the summer. Something a little concerning happened a few weeks ago while I was sitting in my bed. I was stretching a little bit, and the left side of my head popped. And I say the word popped, but it actually just felt like a huge, intense, deep pressure just rose on this left side of my head, more right here than anything. It stopped me in my tracks. I was in so much pain. I couldn't move. It lasted for literally a second. It happened again about 2 weeks ago while I was on the couch. Again, I was stretching very lightly. Again, the popping sensation happened on the left side of my head and the same spot. And it stopped me in my tracks again because it really hurts. I'm waiting until I'm seen by the Mayo Clinic to address this because I know that they're going to do an MRI on me. They might do a CAT scan. It's not really logical for me to go to the emergency room right now and rack up a hospital bill. And besides, I kind of trust the Mayo Clinic's judgment a little bit more than a doctor at the emergency room who probably has no idea what I'm going through. But there was one night where my head felt like it was on fire. There was so much pain, and I was trying to keep it to myself because I felt like I was taking ibuprofen and Tylenol and drinking a lot of water just to rule out, dehydration. That night, I called the 24/7 nurse line, and they told me immediately to call 911 and to go to the hospital because it sounds like I either had a blood vessel pop or it might be like a stroke. Obviously, it wasn't a stroke, it wasn't an aneurysm, it wasn't anything serious because I'm here talking to you now. I don't know. It's also serious enough to realize that my head is still hurting. But that night, when I called the 24/7 nurse hotline, I told them I can't leave the house because there was an ice storm happening outside. There was snow piling on our porch. There was ice forming on the roads. And my brother-in-law was actually leaving his girlfriend's house, and he even told me, do not go outside. He said the roads were terrible. He had to drive 30 miles an hour all the way home. Do not go outside unless you're dying. And I thought to myself, am I dying? Thankfully, I didn't. I'm still trying to figure out how to pack my bag to go to Minnesota because apparently it's going to be below freezing next week. What can you do? It's Minnesota in the middle of winter. I am still planning on trying to vlog my experience at Mayo Clinic, not only for myself and my channel, but also for others with FND that are thinking about reaching out to the Mayo Clinic, but they're not sure what they can expect or what the process looks like. I understand the whole, would they do anything for me, or would they just give me a few tests, diagnose me, and send me home? I already have a few people asking me to capture my experience so that they could see what it's like and to kind of like decide for themselves if it's something that they should invest in. I appreciate any prayers that you can send towards me right now. Trying to de-stress, trying to remain calm and to remain optimistic, to remain positive about my trip to Mayo Clinic. I do have a therapist appointment today. I have about an hour until I get picked up and taken there. So my therapist really wanted to see me before I went to Mayo Clinic. He really wanted to see where I was physically and mentally before I go there. I do have a lot of things weighing on my mind recently, mainly about children. I know I made a vlog where I answered most of your questions about whether or not we were trying to conceive or if we will in the future. Right now, I can't disclose a lot of information about what we know is going to happen in the future, but I can tell you that it is seriously depressing me. There are a few things that I know will happen in the future that I'm not looking forward to. It's really bumming me out, and it's making me feel like I will never be in the position to have children, and Justin will never be in the position that he feels like we can start having children. I don't know. Thank God I'm gonna see my therapist today, because this is exactly what I need. I need to go see my therapist. I need to talk this out. I want to be excited for Mayo Clinic. I want to be excited for my future. I want to see my future bright again. I can't really explain it because I know that one day I'll have a family, and I know that one day Justin and I will be in a season of just pure happiness and pure joy. And I know one day I'll look back and say, this period of our time together was really hard, but we made through it, and I'm so glad we went through it because now we're at this point in our lives. But at this time, I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to process it. I don't know if this makes any sense, but I know that there is happiness in my future, but I can't physically see that. Like, every time I look ahead in my mind and try to imagine my life at a better situation, I can't. I can't, because the things that are coming up really soon are blocking everything. Like, I know that there is more hardship coming up, and I just can't look past it. I've tried to talk to some of my family about this. One of the responses that I keep receiving is, take this time to be with your husband. You don't have to have kids right away. How am I supposed to enjoy this time together? I know why they're saying that, because when they first got married, they became pregnant within their first year of marriage, and they said that they regret not waiting just a little bit longer to be with their husbands. And I get that. I understand where they're coming from, but Justin and I have been married 3 years this March, and we've always wanted a family, and every time we've tried, and we've tried for so long, and we've gotten close, and it ended in so much heartache. There's so much weighing on my mind and my heart right now, and it's so hard for me to voice it and organize it. Sorry guys, I didn't want to end this vlog crying, but you deserve to get the full Gina experience, I guess. I don't know what this is, but I hate experiencing it myself, so how would you enjoy experiencing it? Thank you guys for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much for joining me on this emotional journey. I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully the next time we see each other is under happier circumstances. Bye.